I got to tell you, I can't wait for this part to end. I'll be honest, because just the extremism of it all. Let's discuss the state of play for Latino voters, right? Two really good examples, okay? Also, both prized for their incredible good looks and fitness. Republican Miami Mayor Francis Suarez, who was at the event and has endorsed former President Trump, and NewsNation correspondent-at-large, El Guapo himself, Geraldo Rivera, who's back in Harris.
Soy yo.
It's good to have you both. Mayor, thank you for being here. Can we all agree? Look, I think this election is probably Trump's to lose at this point because it is a grievance-based election. But that said, isn't the truth enough? Why does he have to say we'll never have another election? We're going to lose the country. Why so extreme? You don't campaign that way.
Yeah, I think what happens is when you come to a place like Miami, where people like my father and mother came from Cuba, their country of birth, and were exiled because a dictator said, give us all your property, give us all your money, and don't worry, we'll make everybody equal. And they did. They made everybody equally miserable and equally poor, and of course, created a dictatorship that enslaved people for many, many years. There's a trauma that is associated with that. But I think the focus is, in terms of the Trump campaign, on the results during their administration, during their 4 years, where Hispanics, had the highest income in history, the highest home ownership in history, and the lowest unemployment in history. Those are the kinds of results that the Trump campaign is focusing on, that we're articulating, because as you said, this is the last 15 days. It's going to get wild in the next 15 days. And I think what's important is that people not get distracted by the rhetoric, not get distracted by all of the things that are going to happen over the next 15 days, which I agree with you, creates a massive amount of disinformation and toxicity, which distracts from the real issues that voters need to consider when they're investing 4 years of their future into a candidate.
Geraldo, that's the trick with Trump, especially for a surrogate and advocate like Suarez, is that you ignore the rhetoric. He's the problem with the rhetoric. You ignore the issues that matter. His administration had an economy that he can absolutely run on. So he's his best situation and he's his worst enemy at the same time. How do you think it breaks for him with Latinos?
Well, first of all, great to see El Alcalde Suarez, a great guy, a terrific politician, Republican holdout even in the Democrat days. Listening to the rhetoric of the former president, though, I think he's got the Venezuela analogy, the Venezuela comparison, the Maduro clinging to power despite the fact that he lost. He's got it backwards. He is the closest we've come to Maduro in a long time, in our history. In our history, he's the one who said, I didn't lose the election, even though the numbers indicate that I did. I won the election. That's what Maduro said. That is appalling. He is sticking a knife in the back of democracy. I keep saying that, but people, when I see these polls, it is with a great sense of regret that I see the election slipping through the fingers of the Democrat who didn't do any of the anti-constitutional stuff that this man, the former president, did. How I think it breaks, I think that it is unfortunate that young Latino men are drifting toward this charismatic cowboy. There's no doubt that he's charming. There's no doubt that kids want to be Trump, especially young men, hip hop or salsa kind of oriented. I want to be like him. I want to be a rock and roll guy. I want to be with women and big money and all the rest of that. And he's a great example and all. I lament, I regret that former President Trump is allowed to say blatantly racist stuff about people whose names are like Mayor Suarez and myself. Stuff like poisoning the blood of our nation. How do you say poisoning the blood of our nation without references to all kinds of historic horrors in your mind? Murder is in the genes of these Latino immigrants. The grandest mass deportation in the history of civilized man is coming your way, the day one that I'm elected. And to make this issue, it's a serious issue. Biden blew the immigration issue. He did a terrible job on it. But to make it the issue on which this election is swinging, I think is appalling. And the role that we as an ethnic group are playing in this, I think is historically lamentable, Chris.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.